Well, it was June of 1968. Interestingly enough, it was right after the F-105 had made the supersonic pass over the Academy at the graduation for class of '68. And so lots of windows had been blown out and been replaced with plywood, etc. So it was kind of an interesting looking academy when we showed up. All of a sudden, I found myself in an environment where honor and integrity were the hallmark of the cadet wing and of each and every cadet. But as time passed, you begin to appreciate the fact that you could talk to someone and trust that whatever they told you was true. No doubt in your mind that it was true, ground truth. It just permeated throughout everything that you did and throughout your soul, your character, where before you were adhering to the codes because of the consequences perhaps of not, now you were adhering to the codes because you liked this. You liked being trusted. You liked being able to trust others. You liked having the freedom of action that being honorable allowed you to have in the environment of the Academy. To me, that was my biggest lesson, how important it is to be an honorable person and to embrace your integrity and realize that it is a gift and that it's one that you have to work hard at every single day, and that as hard as you work, it is the easiest thing to lose. And once you lose it, it is very, very hard, if ever possible, to regain it. From the day you walked in to the day you left, it was all about the team. And that's the biggest lesson in the United States Air Force is this is not about you, it's about the Air Force, and it's about our team. And when the team wins, everybody wins. Understanding that was crucial. And so teamwork and staying committed or focused on whatever the task was and getting it done. And then the fact that everything has to be overarched and embraced by integrity and honor is key. Well, like all pilots, I've had many memorable experiences, and I've been very, very fortunate to have been a pilot in the Air Force. As far as an assignment that has a really memorable flying story attached to it was my assignment at Bitburg, Germany in the late 80s. I was flying the F-15 Eagle. So I went on this ride with another Academy grad, a great guy by the name of Skip Bennett. He's a class of '70. So we started at Bentwaters. We set up for our first approach, come in, we do a touch and go, we take off, and as we do that, we get a call that tower says something along the lines of Eagle 20, we noticed on takeoff that you lost a wheel. Well, you know, at first it was quiet in the cockpit, but then we're talking on the intercom, of course we're not talking on the radio, and we're saying, those jerks, there's no way we could have lost a wheel. No one's ever lost a wheel. And anyway, we go by the tower and, okay, tower, how'd it look? And they said, yep, you lost your wheel. Well, man, that definitely got our attention because to our knowledge, no one's ever lost a wheel in an F-15. There are no procedures on how to land an F-15 without a wheel. And it was on the left side, on the left main. So all we had was essentially the stub sticking out with no tire wheel assembly at all. Neither one of us felt like ejecting. So we went ahead and decided that we'd go ahead and try to land the airplane. Before we did it though, we decided let's fly over the field, see what it looks like before we land. And as we do that, I look down and man, there are hundreds of people lined up along the runway. And that was a very sobering thought because it was like people going to NASCAR to watch a crash. You know, the word must have been put out, hey, there's an Eagle without a wheel that's trying to land. Let's go watch. This is going to be fun. That got my attention and Skip's attention. So we go back, line up, go ahead and fly the approach, and we land, and things are feeling good. I mean, it feels just like an arrestment. The airplane's starting to slow down, and I mean, we're feeling pretty good. Matter of fact, we are feeling like heroes. And I think either Skip said it to me or I said it to him, I wonder how big the parade will be. And just about that time, the airplane lurches to the left, the nose gear crumbles, the left wing goes down, the airplane goes up on its vertical, almost goes over on its back, and then stops and comes back. And this all happened in about a second. We get out of the airplane, and I can't believe that it just happened. Sure enough, both of us were fine. The airplane had some damage, took about 6 months to get it back flying again, and it turned out that there was it had had some maintenance done on the wheel about a week prior, and when they put the locking nut on it, the maintenance folks, they had installed it backwards. So every time you landed, as the wheel rotated, it backed off that locking nut. And we just happened to be the lucky guys that made the landing that backed it off completely. But anyway, that's one that it will stay with me forever. Never forget that as an Academy graduate, much will be expected of you, much has been given to you, and you will be given many leadership opportunities, and those are a true gift. It is a wonderful, magnificent life that you are about to enter, to have the opportunity to lead others. And never forget that it's always about them. It's about your airmen, it's about their families, and it's about the mission. And they're the ones that do that mission, and they're the ones that get the mission done. And you need to cherish them, embrace them, and care for them just like they are members of your family, because they are, and you are their leader. This is not a job. This is an adventure. This is a challenge. This is a magnificent opportunity that you're being given that truly is a calling. It is not a job.